Tonight's the night, tonight. Oh, that's it. That's all I got for y'all. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tales of the Forgotten live listen party and after show for Vampire Beginnings, episode 6. I am Crystal. I'm the co-founder of the Tales of Forgotten Fiction Network. I'm the writer-director of Vampire Tonight, and we've got VIPs in the chat room ready for this lore drop of an episode that Hannah and I had so much fun working on. Like, so much fun. Is that your song, Gerald? Yes. So I made some tweaks in the YouTube settings, so hopefully there won't be like as much of a delay. So like, because I'm listening on my computer, so like I can actually like listen with y'all. So hopefully the ceiling, y'all don't look up, bro. You act like you ain't been here before. Don't look up. Just what's up, but don't look up. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, we're gonna do something a little different tonight. So if any of the voice actors are here early, if you want to join me in the after show channel and have your cameras on and do like a live react, just mute your mics and do like a live react as we listen to the episode, you are absolutely invited to do that. Come on in right now, put your cameras on, and we can just LOL at everything or just have our uwu faces on. Whatever facial expression you want to make while we listen to this episode, come on in. And I'm gonna leave my camera on for the whole episode too. So it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna try this out. Do I have any announcements? Let's see. Sign up for our fucking newsletter. Go do that shit right now while I'm sitting here just fucking rambling on. Go to talesofforgotten.com. You scroll down a little bit. There's like a little sign up box. Sign up for the fucking newsletter for Hallway 87. Do that shit right now. Tell your friends to leave us a review. I know all of y'all have been listening to Vampire. I know you've been enjoying it. Fuck's my reviews at? I was just asking. No, I love y'all. But do please leave us a review on whatever podcast network of choice that you are listening on. Give us 5 stars. Don't be like Delvin, who we will never let it live down. Don't give us 4 stars. Give us 5, unless you really don't like vampires. And then I guess you don't like puppies or kids either. Like, I don't I understand how those are correlated, but like, whatever. What else? Do I have anything else? I think that's it. I think that's all the housekeeping I have. I have many great questions for the voice actors that will hopefully be joining us tonight. And that's it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you what I'm sorry for, but I'm just going to say, me to you, I'm sorry. Pixel's not, though. But I am. So I just want you to remember that I apologized and Pixel didn't. Okay? Just want to let you know how that went down. So I'm going to mute my mic and we're going to listen to this episode. And here we go.
You've done all that in a week.
We're free here, Regal. Adele is even setting up therapy meetings for everyone from Clan Sora.
Huh.
I know that face.
What?
If you ruin this for us...
No, nothing like that, I promise.
Then what are you thinking?
I hope you know, back at Clan Sora, I never wanted to see you hurt. I just didn't want us treated the same way we were.
I know, Regal. But we were powerless. What good is fighting if you can't win?
Let me ask you a question. And maybe it sounds crazy, but just humor me a little, okay?
Fine. What?
What if we could sit equal to vampires? I'm serious. What if, without a civil war or anything like that, we could have all of this and we got to choose whether or not they feed off of us? This wasn't the first conversation I'd had this week. I wasn't trying to sow seeds of dissent. I needed to find out what my people wanted. What they truly wanted. But how could they know that if they didn't know what was possible?
Can we even talk about this? Isn't this treason?
No. Listen, This isn't revolution, it's change. Alexa is wonderful. You were all right. She's everything, Kasra. And right now, she's trying to change things too.
How?
I don't know details. I just know she is. But imagine for a moment, we could be equal to them. How many here would do that peacefully?
You know that fight club? The one that Wiles runs?
Yeah, what about it?
He might not want any kind of peaceful transition. His are the kind that if they got power, they'd try to seize it for themselves.
Right, okay, fuck him then. Others?
I don't know. People are people, Regal.
Right, fine. Can't speak for all of us. And what about you?
Is it like it was in Clan Sora when Alexa feeds from you? Does it hurt?
No. It was... It was nice. It was nothing like we experienced in Clan Sora.
If I stood equal to a vampire, and it didn't hurt any, I wouldn't mind. I'd want things, though.
What kind of things?
I don't know. To see the galaxy, maybe. Or the other cities? No, the whole of Nemoria. I think I'd like to, come and go to different places as I please. Kind of like here, just...
More?
Yeah.
Okay. Put feelers out for me, and mind who you talk to. No war, just options. If we could stand equal to vampires, what would we want?
If this comes back to bite us in the ass...
It won't. Change is coming, I think. And everyone should have a choice about what kind of freedom they want. I want to avoid war, at all costs. If we're going to do that, we need to know who's so angry at vampires they'd want to fight.
And why don't you want to fight?
Why would I?
Your family died in Clan Sora. You've got more scars on your back than any of us.
My family was terrible, Kasra. I was angry for a while, though, at the vampires in Clan Sora. But Alexa took care of that for us, didn't she?
You like her.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Never thought we'd see the day that Regal likes a vampire.
Yeah, neither did I. I'll see you later, Kasra.
Put your headphones on, and let's begin. Pulled from the Tales of the Forgotten archives, we bring you Vampire Beginnings, Episode 6.
It had been 8 long days, and I hadn't heard a word from Alexa. Moon Goddess, I missed her. I knew the hill she lived on, though you couldn't see it from down here, just the beautiful cluster of trees. But she was there, wasn't she? I hoped she was all right. I didn't know a damn thing about vampire politics, but I thought I knew Alexa. Something would come of what we learned in that cave. I just had to trust her and be patient, for once. When I reached the door of my flat, there was a package waiting. It was thick, a bit heavy when I picked it up, and I read the note. This is all you get. The automaton will collect your letters every Friday. Ah, yes! Thank you, Boise. I knew you liked me. Dear... No, that's stupid. Damn it, don't waste the paper, Regal. Think. Alexa.
I'd spent the last week healing and discussing the best course of action with Niku and Boise. The time for subtlety has long passed. I was now a hammer. which was fine, I supposed. I was used to it. We needed to collect my mother's body, the drone, and I wanted Boise to see the cave for herself. Uso, set up an outpost. I want a 30 Kalem perimeter around the cave cleared.
The door's still open.
I hoped it would be. Put the human back to sleep. I let my gaze wander while I waited for Boise. I saw no evidence of Alicia's body. The Vugans likely found her remains, as I suspected they would. Slowly, my eyes drifted to the cave entrance. I don't want to fight you, Mother.
What a waste of my life you've been, daughter.
I closed my eyes, taking a calming breath, tucking that pain away to deal with later. The consequences of finding this cave weren't small. But loss and discovery weren't the only things that happened out here, were they? I'd gained something, too.
I want you. Then let me please you. Here, where there is just the two of us.
I touched my lips. I had not kissed someone in so long. He was not just someone, though. He was a human. One I would lose in the blink of an eye simply to time. Unless he was right. This cave held many secrets. Perhaps...
Ready?
Let's go. I did not know if war came next. That would be up for the council. But one way or another, I would know the truth.
Valoria is missing. The only item of business should be to find her.
I know where she is, Andere.
Oh, her head! What have you done, Alexa? This affront will not stand. Valoria was a respected senior member of
Valoria challenged me, and she lost.
Lies. You killed her because you did not support her proposal, you human-loving bitch!
I would remind the councilman to watch his fucking mouth. Alexa Virez is also a respected member of this council.
We will have order. Alexa, this council was not made aware of any war between the Virez clans. What has occurred?
Chair Mistress Celiana, I traveled to the Akashic Cave. It was there Valoria chose foolishly to raise her hand against me.
The cave? It is forbidden!
Let the record show there is no law in our hollow records that support Councilman Andere's claim.
Noted. Do you have evidence?
Our drone recorded the events that transpired. We invite the council to do its due diligence to verify its authenticity.
Also noted. This council will now review the evidence. If Alexa's claim is found to be true, by right of clan law, Alexa, you are entitled to all that was your mother's.
Valoria, she was no mother.
I see.
That's it? She's a warmonger! If you allow her to continue her ways, she will kill us all!
Let the record show that Councilman Andere is a Valoria-loving fanboy conspiracy theorist.
Fuck you, Niku.
Not even if you ask me nicely.
Enough! You will control yourself, Councilman Andre. However, I will note the aggression as of late from Alexa Virez.
This council need not be concerned. My aim is not to thwart you. I will take my mother's lands. I will learn the truth of the cave, and I will share that knowledge with this council. Nemoria must have change. Of that we agree. And I believe we can learn from our past.
You don't know what you're talking about, Alexa. The truth you seek will ruin us.
If we can be destroyed by the truth, then we deserve to be.
This council is adjourned to review the evidence presented. We will reconvene in 3 moon rises. Alexa, you are forbidden by this council from any further acts of aggression against any clan of Nemoria. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Upon review of the evidence, we conclude that by clan law, all lands belonging to Valerie Averas are now claimed by Alexa Averas to do with as she pleases.
The clan of Valoria Averas has fallen. She raised her hand against me, and she lost. All that was once hers now belongs to me. That includes all of you.
A joint inquiry will now begin in regards to history of Akashic Cave. Councilman Andre is ordered to turn over all records pertaining to that history.
Is this all of it?
Everything from your mother, and we're expecting the last file from Anderi before sunrise.
Not willingly, I'm sure.
Of course not. Alexa, maybe this isn't a truth that needs to come out.
I know why you think that.
If I was human and I found this out, I'd be pissed. Really pissed.
So would I.
I know you want to stop the cruelty, and I don't disagree. But this kind of change won't come without war.
If it was the last one, Boise, wouldn't it be worth it?
Worth it for who? I'm on your side, Alexa. Always. You know that. And there are plenty of our kind I wouldn't mind ripping their throats out, but...
I know. I know how this could play out. But what if we were wrong? Change doesn't have to come with violence.
You're asking for a lot of understanding from a race we have been eating. Literally eating. This cave, Hullins, the process, you don't know for certain this would make him live as long as you do.
This isn't about him.
Do not lie to me. Not to me.
It's not only about him. I can be a conqueror, Boise. I can be a warmonger. I don't want to be a slaver anymore. I don't want to rule over these people like a god anymore. Not after what we know. How could we? They deserve to have a choice.
And I get that. But that's you, Alexa. What about every other vampire on Nemoria?
We don't have a right to keep humans under our fangs just because we need them to live. Boise, he was right. Humans stood next to us as equals, and we stole that from them because of vampires like my mother and the fucking Anunnaki. By the moon goddess, we stood shoulder to shoulder with the angels and helped heaven wipe the Anunnaki out. If this truth has a cost, then we pay it. It's a debt we owe.
Okay.
You sure?
I had to make sure we're doing this for the right reasons.
You really think I do all this for...
Love? Yes. And after 1,000 years, I wouldn't blame you.
I don't... I'm not...
What did I just say about lying to me?
It's stupid, isn't it? I barely know him.
Oh, yeah, it's really stupid. And you have terrible taste in men. Well, in my opinion. But connection it's rare. And maybe this isn't your first lifetime with him. I don't know. It's gross to think about. Here.
Huh? A letter? From who?
You know from who.
How did he get the paper, Boise?
I don't know. He probably stole it.
You don't get to lie to me either.
Read your letter.
I stared at the letter for a short while. It had been nearly 15 moons since I'd seen him. Many thoughts, worries even, dashed through my mind. I refused to give them weight. Instead, I unfolded the piece of paper to read his words.
Alexa. Hi. Where to start this? Right, okay. I know my trip to the wilderness caused trouble for you, and for that I'm sorry. I suspect your relationship with that vampire in the cave was complicated. I understand that. My parents were, well... I should have hated that they died feeding the vampires at Clan Sora. But to be honest, they were shit parents. My father was emotionally abusive. My mother liked hitting me with things. Anything she could get her hands on, really. Not all my scars are from vampires. And maybe that's why I've never hated them. Humans can be just as cruel, and our reasons make far less sense. At least to me. Anyway, you'll be pleased to know I'm not causing trouble, and maybe you'd also be pleased to know that there are humans here who would take their freedom peacefully. I've talked to a few, not to cause a riot or anything, I swear to you. Just to ask, you know? To find out if the change I want actually can come without war. I've thought a lot about that cave, and what it could all mean. But honestly, I thought more about you. Is that pathetic? It might be. You're probably so busy you haven't given me a moon's thought, but, well, in case I'm wrong, in case the way you looked at me wasn't just the pain pills or the blood, I don't know. I want to see you again, obviously. I'd love to know what's going on, but more than that, I'd like to know you. To be near you. Until you're ready for that, I'll be here. Waiting.
Love, Regal. There was no need for me to keep him waiting any longer, was there? And I didn't need a transport. It would be much faster if I simply shifted into my raven form and flew there myself. You trimmed your beard. I like it.
Alexa, you're here.
So I am.
Are you all right? You look all right. Did you get my letter? I stopped stumbling over my words when she gently framed my face between her hands.
I got your letter. Thank you for sending it. And I'm okay. I'm sorry I haven't been in contact.
You don't have to apologize. Not to me.
No, I do. We have a lot to talk about, but
I kissed her. It's all I'd been thinking about. And she was right there. I was rewarded when she wound her arms around my neck and pressed closer. I wrapped my arms around her, holding her tightly, and I kissed her until we were both breathless. Talk now? Or later?
Later.
I'm only human now.
You were only human before.
It was different.
I'll be gentle.
Please don't.
He was lying on his stomach, looking at me. His bedsheets a mess around us. I gently traced one of the many scar lines on his back. These aren't all from Clan Sora?
No. Most of them, but not all.
I bent, pressing my lips against the evidence of the cruelty he'd endured. An apology, perhaps.
You'll have to give me some of your blood if you want me to go for a fourth time. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
How did you get yours? That scar on your cheek?
When I was younger, I liked to fight. A lot more than I do now. I was on planet Heaven, training with angels and being arrogant and bratty. To teach me a lesson, Archangel Lilith challenged me to a duel.
Who's that?
Lilith is magnificent. Perhaps one day I'll take you to meet her. When I challenged her, I swore I wouldn't use my healing ability. I lost that fight, and she gave me a scar to remind me. She made up for it later.
Is she still your lover?
No. And she was never my lover. She was a teacher, mentor, and a friend, I suppose. I haven't seen her in centuries. He propped himself onto his side, smiling at me.
I'd like that. To see the galaxy with you. Goddess. Never thought I'd get to say that and it be a real possibility.
It is. Or it could be.
Could be. What's the catch?
No catch, just truth I need to tell you. How you feel about going anywhere with me might change after that.
I doubt it.
I've always admired your conviction.
Is it about the cave?
Yes.
Are you all right? I mean, your clan and whatever the politics of it all cost you.
Everything is all right. For now. But this change is going to be hard. Rachel, 4,000 years ago, humans and vampires coexisted. Equally, as you saw in your dreams and we saw in the cave. But back then, humans were as strong as vampires. From what we can ascertain, you didn't live quite as long, but many hundred years longer than you live now.
By the sun goddess. Really? What happened?
There were 3 vampire clans that didn't like the balance of power. They didn't see humans as equals.
Because you fed on us.
Yes. They encountered a race called the Anunnaki, and everything changed.
Why does that sound familiar? Wait, I read this. Didn't you help wipe them out?
Yes, I did. But when they were here on Nemoria, they found a way to manipulate genomes. And apparently manipulating humans was easy. There was a war. But with the Anunnaki's help, the vampire clans won. And your race was altered to what you are now.
Goddess. And you didn't know about any of this?
No, I didn't. These records were kept hidden. The only council members who knew were my mother and another. I suspect there may be 1 or 2 more, but until I can prove it, I'll have to keep my suspicions to myself.
Well... Fuck. This is a lot.
I know. Take your time with it.
I don't understand why the truth matters now. We're changed. There's nothing we can do about it.
That's not entirely true.
What do you mean?
That device in the cave. We think it can undo what's been done to your people.
Wait, Alexa, are you serious? I could be strong. Like you.
You already are. But if you mean physically, yes, we think so.
This is amazing. I could... Oh, shit. Your council is never going to allow this, are they? And even if they did... Oh, fuck. I told you in the letter, not everyone wants revenge against vampires, but this is... I don't know how humans would respond to this.
I'm not going to let the council keep your people from knowing the truth. Vampires did this to humans. My bloodline did this to humans.
You weren't there. You're not responsible for this.
No, but I've reaped the benefits of it for centuries. All my kind has. We owe a debt. And it's time to pay.
Then we'll figure something out. I can actually be useful for this. I'm not going to let my kin start a war of revenge.
Were you expecting someone?
Not at all. Is it all right you're here?
Yes, I'm where I want to be. Despite the seriousness of our conversation, the smile he gave me warmed me. He curved a hand around my cheek and kissed me again.
Bastards. I'm coming, I'm coming. Well, isn't this a weird sort of deja vu?
Is she here?
Who?
Rhaegal.
Boise, what's wrong?
Why don't you have your communicator?
Because I didn't want to be disturbed. What's wrong?
Long-range scanner picked up a ship. It's the Ori.
What? Are you sure?
Confirmed. There's an emergency council meeting.
Wait, who are the Ori?
That won't help. We're gonna need more than that. ETA?
A week, tops.
Fuck. Their ships are that fast?
Yep.
Alexa, what's going on?
Get dressed. We're going to find out if the machine does what we think it does.
What? Why?
Alexa, are you sure?
You know what they are, Boise. And we can't fight in the sun. We'll lose this planet in less than a year.
Fuck. Last reports, they weren't anywhere near our solar system.
Doesn't matter now, does it?
Alexa, what's going on?
We have to go. I'll explain on the way. That device is called a Holon. You'll need to get inside of it. But first, one of these crystals is yours. It should glow when you're near it.
Alexa, wait.
We don't have a lot of time.
I know, but in case something goes wrong, I need to say this.
Nothing is going to happen to you.
You don't know that for certain, do you?
No, I don't. He came closer, taking my hands. He looked down at our joined hands in silence for a long moment, running his thumb over the back of my knuckles. I knew the urgency of what was bearing down on us, but still I waited for him. When he finally spoke, those beautiful eyes of his met mine.
I want you to know that whatever comes next, I will fight with you. For you, if I have to. You have my word.
Regal,
I know. I'm ridiculous.
I kissed him. I didn't want him to say it yet. Not yet. I didn't know why. Maybe I wanted him to go through this change and see if the person who came out the Holland felt the same. Maybe I was afraid to hear it again after all this time. But I suppose it didn't matter if words were said, because I could feel it in the way he kissed me.
Ugh, fuck. Are you done? There is still a murderous, unstoppable race on their way.
I lingered in his mouth a little longer, less to annoy Boise and more because I wanted to. But I did finally let him go.
Let's do this.
Are you all right?
You're beautiful.
You're a mess.
But a sexy one, right?
I suppose. Tell me.
It's not going to hold. Not for much longer.
All right. Come back here. We'll change the plan.
I will. There's a group trapped in Sector 7. We're going to pick them up on our way.
Sector 7 is lost.
I know.
Ray...
You're the hammer. I'm the shadow. I'll get them from right under the Ori's nose and be back to kiss you. I promise.
You better.
What chapter are you on?
I'm almost finished. I should have let you tell me. I should have let you say it every time you wanted, because I'll never hear it enough.
Is that right? Well, then I'll say it now. Alexa Viris,
Regal? Regal? Fuck!
Vampire Beginnings returns for the finale next month. But we hope you've enjoyed listening to Vampire Beginnings Episode 6. If you've been loving this show, please remember to subscribe, leave us a review, and more importantly, share this episode with your friends. And hey, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter, Hallway 87, for exclusive mini-stories. To learn more about Tale shows, hang out with us during events, or sign up for a membership, visit talesoftheforgotten.com. Vampire Beginnings was written and directed by Crystal Storm. Sound design by
We now have the whole crew here after another amazing episode of Vampire Beginnings. What's up, everybody? I want everybody to know that the ending is all Pixel's fault. It's not mine. I had nothing to do with it. Okay? She came in here so fast.
Don't listen to her. Not her laughing.
Came in here.
Yo.
All right. We got a full crew for this after show. Love that. That ending was a shared effort. Like a little bit. Just a little bit. Andre. Can everybody listen before we introduce the crew, the panel? And you know what? I'm gonna ask Tiani. Tiani, if the voice actor of Andre were to proclaim that Andre is the GOAT of Vampire Beginnings, what would you say?
I mean, I can see it. Greatest hater? Yes, I agree. Yes, greatest of all time. Agreed. Absolutely. That's about it, though.
Like, that's really fair. That's really, really fair. All right, it's after show time, everybody. We have Isaac here who plays Rhaegal. We have Maganda here who plays Alexa. We have Tiana here who plays Boise. We have Kels here who got to play Cassera. We have Matt here who is Andre. And I are all here, so it's gonna be a super fun after show. If you're listening to this, send us your comments and your questions for our VAs. And if it's a particularly good question, maybe I'll ask it. That's how we're
gonna.
Mm-hmm.
What Kendrick Lamar taught us all very recently, sometimes being the biggest hater does make you the GOAT.
I mean...
So, checkmate.
You got me.
No matter how hard he was... no matter how hard you think you're hating, you can hate harder.
That's true. That's true. I feel like we really have to wait for episode 7 to see if Andre is actually the biggest hater, because I don't know. There's some words I've written that Matt hasn't read yet, so we're gonna have to.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be super fun. You know what, Isaac, you haven't been here in a minute. Welcome. How are things with you, sir?
Hello. Yes, I have been awfully busy recently, so I do apologize for not dropping in too often.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's absolutely. You were like, only doing like life stuff, like moving and stuff, and probably like a bazillion other things.
Nothing big.
Nah, these are just like little things. It's fine. It's fine.
Tiny things,
Yeah.
Not me watching my entire bank account just go disintegrate to dust like a Thanos snap or some shit.
Right.
That's a mood.
How do we bring it back? I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's always the question.
Right.
Honestly, Crystal, I don't know how out of pocket this might sound, but you paying us really did help.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
No problem. There you go.
I can afford cat food for my cat.
Got you, bro. Got you. Happy to do it. So listen, Isaac, you've missed it, but we've been really making fun of Rhaegal like a little bit over the course, like just a little, over the course of 5 episodes. He's really had some, I think, amazing character growth. So when you got these scripts, what is your opinion of this character that you so expertly bring to life?
Oh, well, I think one of the greatest parts of, character development is, seeing or like making characters see the errors of their ways, like not just Rhaegal, but I think Alexa too. They both are very stubborn and until they see like the potential for something different, they're kind of just like, no, I hate everyone and everything sucks, and they just got all pouty and stuff.
Pretty accurate.
So, it's always nice to see the characters grow and develop like that. So ultimately, I think Rhaegal's a great character. I think these the two main leads are amazing. Boise is a lot of fun to interact with. Under a perfect jerk, you know how it is.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Was it hard for you to get into character to play Rhaegal, or is this kind of like your forte?
I would say it's my forte. Emotion is something I find I'm fairly decent at. It's usually like,
yes.
if you were to tell me to do an American accent and try, I'd be like, okay, yeah, now I'm struggling. Because I don't know, alternating between accents is something that has always been a bit of a challenge for me. So there's that. But ultimately, I think generally speaking, Rhaegal is. I mean, it's always fun to just sort of go off with a character like this. I think being flirty. The one weird part about the scripting was I couldn't quite tell the emotions I was supposed to be portraying. So there would be scenes where I was supposed to be flirty, and I'd be like, well, it doesn't say anything, so I guess I'll just kind of read it as how I think it sounds. And I'd be like, wow, no, that was very, very wooden.
It's fine.
So there was that.
Why we do it
but
together.
Generally speaking, though, I had a lot of fun playing Rhaegal.
I love that. I love that. Kels, you got to actually play off of Isaac with that awesome scene with Kasra where he's actually trying to be a good human and not get everybody in trouble. How was that for you?
That was the first time that I've actually gotten to act with somebody. So it actually made things a lot easier to get the cadence of a real conversation.
Yes.
And so it felt like a more authentic conversation than just being able to say your lines and hope they line up with what the person's going to say next, and making sure, oh, did I say this too fast? Am I saying it too slow? That adds extra work for editing. So it was fun being able to hear everybody talk and have the conversations. I liked it.
That's awesome. That is fantastic. What did you think about our boy Rhaegal this episode? Because you've had the most amazing takes about Rhaegal. So how are we feeling about Rhaegal after?
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Oh, it's so good.
Rhaegal has clearly escalated to Ray Gel now. He's gonna get us to make sure his hair is done because he got to talk to this girl again.
I know he's trimmed his beard and everything, and he was bathing again. Like what?
You quickly reach out to my contact in L'Oreal.
You think he was actually wearing clean clothes again too? Like when he went to go see Kasra, he had on clean clothes?
Oh yes, he accepted it, because when he said that line of he knows where her house is on the hill that he couldn't see because of the beautiful trees. He's finally accepted this place. His eyes have been opened.
It's like my gilded cage isn't too bad because my girl lives up on the hill.
Behind the beautiful trees. I got coffee with my friend at the coffee shop. It's a beautiful day outside today. So I'm very proud of Rhaegal finally letting his hair down and being able to relax.
He was very relaxed in this episode, wasn't he? Jeez,
he was.
I wonder why. Hannah, talk about how y'all a mess. Hannah, talk about that cafe scene, because Hannah had a lot of fun with the sound effects for the cafe scene. She was determined to do some stuff. Go ahead, babe. I need you to brag a little bit on your sound effects.
I love tiny detailed work. I love this is why someday I want to do SFX for a cooking scene or someone's kitchen or whatever, because I adore the small details of cup on saucer, stirring coffee, put cup down. I love that shit so much, and it was so much fun. Crystal can tell you I was in here cackling like a maniac in here.
Can't go. She was determined. She's like, Rhaegal is drinking the bougiest fucking coffee right now, and we're gonna make it sound like that.
Right. I'm like, somebody got glass.
I know.
Drinking coffee out of champagne flute.
I know, right?
As much as I love being mean to you all, that kind of shit's my favorite. Just sound effects. It's just little tiny details, even though I'm evil.
Yes, a little bit. But that was fantastic. You remember y'all in episode 1, Rhaegal was like, "Fuck this cafe. Is that fucking coffee? I'm so mad about it." Now he was just sipping.
Yep. Now he customer number 1 every morning when they open.
Right. I bet you they get
Coffee
his
for
order.
Ray Jail. Ray Jail. Coffee for Ray Jail.
I better memorize my name.
They're
They don't even
right
need to
on
write
the
it. They
lip.
just like, you get the same thing every time. Coffee black. I don't know what happened to his palate.
Well, he was poor.
I mean, listen.
You gotta ease into getting cream and sugar. That would be like an overload to your system.
That would be a hilarious, right? He'd be like, "What? Fucking cream and sugar? Like, think he even knows that he can add cream and sugar to his coffee? Do you think like Castor had to like show him that was a thing that he could do?"
There's other flavors. You got chocolate, you got caramel, you got marshmallow, you got vanilla.
Wait till he finds out about the chocolate truffles, man. That's gonna be a whole yeah.
Back in Clan Sora, the only thing you could spice your coffee with was cyanide.
It's dark, but it's not untrue.
When people spent their last dime on coffee, you know they was just about to die.
Right.
They were done.
I'm gonna go get some coffee.
That's a code word for say your last goodbye.
When all those poor people probably got to like Alexa's clan, like Boise probably just walks down the street rolling their eyes because there's just like a group of them just sitting there looking like they can't fucking even drinking coffee. Like,
It's your Starbucks. They just have flashbacks.
Season 2 is just gonna be like from the people's point of view, not Alexa looking down and I gotta save everyone. It's like the therapy level of people that are terrified of coffee because that was just the mode for suicide. Yeah, from being in a bad clan. So that's season 2.
Oh, you heard it here. Kels is gonna write it for us, everybody. Just want because Kels is also an author, so Kels has got that. Kels is getting started.
Season 2, unraveling the trauma.
That's it. It's just gonna be episodes of just all the poor humans going to therapy, and Boise spying on them and rolling her eyes. It's gonna be fantastic. Speaking of Boise, Tiani.
Yes, Queen.
Come on. Come on. Is it hard for you to get into characters like Boise?
For Boise, no. She's definitely in my wheelhouse.
Tiani, how many people in your life do you have to talk to like the way Boise talks to Alexa?
Many.
Maganda, do you have a friend like Boise in your life? Do you need one? Should we hire one for you?
I won't lie. I kind of feel like I'm that person to my friends. I need one. I need one that's better than me.
That's fantastic. Okay, so you're the Boise to all your friends. So you're always the one judging them and telling them that they're making bad choices.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh my god, I love this. We need all the stories. Now I need all the stories. So Alexa is also having an incredible amount of character growth over these last 5 episodes. Was she challenging for you to play? Because I've listened to this episode probably like 18,000 times because I've edited it. But all of y'all, the voice acting in this episode in particular is so fucking good. So good. Is she a hard character for you to get into, Maganda?
Not necessarily, because I think we all have that point where we look at something that we love and we just become soft on the inside, but also our voices get softer. So if anyone notices that hard ass voice I normally would use for her, like if I'm controlling and whatnot, that completely melts away because what I am looking at is the most softiest, squishiest lover boys I have ever had in this world. And I just wanted to show that.
You did a great job.
That's how I normally talk to like my cats and stuff. So
do you talk to your husband like that? I'm just curious. You don't have to tell us.
No, I'm still a hard ass.
No, nice. As you should. Good. He's
That's
like,
how she talks to her mac and cheese.
Right? That's how she talks to her mac and cheese. That's fantastic. That is freaking awesome. What have been some of your favorite Alexa and Boise interactions? I'm gonna ask you, Maganda, then I'm gonna ask you, Tiani.
I mean, the one that we just heard was one of my favorites just because it's the interruption of it. Like, I obviously wanted some private time, and Boy's just like, no, like, no, bitch. That, and there was one that, we just did that made me laugh super hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't talk about that one. Me no talk about that one. No.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Tiani, what have been some of your favorite kind of just Boise and Maganda interactions?
I would say definitely from this episode. Like, I like her heartfelt, I'm spilling my guts to you. This is how I feel about him. And then Boise's just like, okay, yep, got it, thanks. Like, I just like their dynamic. Maganda's so good, so it's always a pleasure.
I need someone to keep me in control.
You guys reading off of each other plus the bloopers that we get is just fucking great. It's A class. It's A class. Tiana, you and Isaac couldn't be here last week, but last week we got the fucking amazing interactions between Boise and Regal. How much fun was it playing off of Isaac? And do you think that Boise secretly likes him?
It's always fun playing off of Regal. Because you just know Boise's like, why are you such a mess? Please. Please. Why does she like you so much? I mean, I feel like Boise's coming around. She's like, I guess you're not going anywhere, so we might as well get used to you.
Right. Right.
But secretly, she did get him the paper. So deep down, she's like, maybe a little. I'll like you a little bit, but sir, you're skating on thin ice at all times.
And that's a good best friend, because that is how it should be.
Yes.
That always should be. Do you think that, Isaac, Regal secretly wants Boise to like him, or do you think that he just likes annoying her?
Good question. I don't know how. I don't really know. I feel like Regal also probably has difficulty with Boise specifically. I don't think Regal really can read Boise. It's like, who is this person? What is this person? Why is this person? And I think generally speaking, Regal is in a state of, I just want to understand you at this point. I don't even know, man.
Can you just tell me what you think? Because I'm terrible at reading vampires. I have no idea what's going on.
Exactly.
That is fantastic. You know what? We definitely need to do like a buddy episode where Boise and Regal are stuck together and have to work together, because I think that would just be chef's kiss. That
would be pretty funny.
Oh my god, the hilarity would be great. They'd finally understand each other at the end of that episode, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
They just Regal and Boise in Rush Hour. Something. I don't know.
Literally that. It would be freaking
stuck in an elevator by themselves.
Boise and Regal stuck in an elevator would be amazing.
Who's coming out alive?
Freaking amazing. Alexa trying so hard to get them out because she is not convinced that Boise won't kill her man. So great. Georgia, you did miss the episode, but we're so glad you're here, because once again, you and that incredible booming voice killed it as Celiana. So thank you so much for that. Shout out to Georgia in the chat. Mr. Matthew Dawson, creator of the Mortalverse. Once again, I have realized that I have you playing a villain. How do you feel about that?
I was actually going to bring this up. I feel like I've become typecasted in the Tales of the Forgotten Universe.
Right.
And I need to talk to you about that. Because first it was Varwin. We don't need to talk more about him. We know he's the GOAT. A very maniacal type villain. Then I played a demon summoning dad.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
crazy in don't trust your listen to your weird uncle.
Yep.
And now I'm another douchebag. Crystal, what does this say about how you see me?
Matt,
that's the end of the question.
It's just you know what? I think you're great. Yeah, Matt and Hannah play Janet and John McCormick, and they played a couple so well that I'm not convinced in a previous life they weren't married and annoying each other, because they did Janet and John McCormick too well. That was so. If you have not listened to Pixel and Matt be the world's best parents, they're great parents. They're great. And Kels is also an amazing parent in that show. And Tiani is the daughter of Kels and loves her mom so much. So much.
Yes, best mom.
Best mom on the planet.
You have the most awesome relationship.
Oh yes.
That was Matt. Don't feel left out, because when I had Kels play the role, I was like, when Kels was like, "And you thought of me?" I was like, "Yeah, you can do it."
Yeah, I mean, this is the pitch. So, hey, I'm doing, this Halloween, yada, yada, yada. And I was wondering if you want to play this single mom with 2 daughters and she hates her kids. And I'm like, a mom with 2 daughters who loves my kids. I'm like, what? Excuse me? You want me to hate my kids? No, we'll provide the kids, okay?
We'll provide a different level of kids. Listen.
Oh, these are ungrateful teenagers. Got it.
Yeah. All I'm saying is we didn't have to direct Kels too hard that episode. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It was a therapy session.
I felt like it was totally a therapy session. But yeah, please go and listen to Always Listen to Your Weird Uncle. It's one episode. If you just want to laugh, we got you. We got you. Matt, but you've also played a superhero in your universe. So was it hard for you to get in the character of Andre, and how did you approach making him different from all the other villains in the Tales universe that you've played?
Yeah, it's always fun, because don't take my rant about typecasting as a bad thing. I love playing the villain, because I get to play hero in my world, so it's good to play a villain in yours. But yeah, as far as Andre goes, he is different because more commanding. He feels more to a room than someone like Varwin, who is more mystical, sorceress type of evil. Mm-hmm. This is more political evil, I feel. This is, I can't even think of a character to equate it to in pop culture, but it's more methodical. And like my character, John, he loves Christmas. That's his gimmick. Mm-hmm. Andere, he's a hater. I mean, Tiani said earlier, he's a bona fide hater. But he has some sort of power in this council to go through with it. And so we love a hater with power, and that's what I gotta say about him. He's great.
Do you think that his relationship with Valoria was one of mutual respect, mutual hatred? Do you think they were secretly lovers, or do you think they just had a shared hatred of humans?
Man. See, I got to record for the next episode. Yeah, I got to see what you have planned, because so far, mm-hmm. I want to say it's a mutual hatred towards humans. Mm-hmm. But, mm-hmm. If we get some past lover type drama, mm-hmm. I'm all for it. Let's go for it.
Wow. Okay. You heard it here first. He just gave us permission to do that. He gave us permission to do that. Yeah, definitely. Maganda, what do you think that Alexa really feels about Andre, and do you think she wants to kill him?
Well, knowing what I know, I especially would want him to die.
Like I know some stuff about some stuff.
But I'm not going to say any of that. I like to think that Alexa has secretly, you know how some people have a list of people they wish, it's like a small list, but some people have a list of like people, if they disappeared off the face of the earth, whatever. Right. I feel like Alexa's list is like the complete opposite. These are the people that she absolutely needs in this world. Everyone else is disposable. I don't think he's on that list.
I don't think he's on that list. I think that's a really good call. I also don't think he is on that list. No, not even a little bit. No. It's fine. Yeah, Matt doesn't. I mean, Matt, he wasn't there, so he doesn't know about that scene that we recorded, and I think we gave him a really great line to say. So we'll see if he can live up to this Andre goatness that he has claimed to have, because he had a lot of fun calling Alexa a human-loving bitch. Let me just tell you, when we were recording that, I know, right? Like, what the hell, Matt? Like, he had a lot of fun doing that. I'm just gonna tell you, like, that was like one of his favorite lines. He told me so himself.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
And going on my shit list.
I know. So good. You can take it out of him next time we play Among Us. Just remember where he is. How did everybody?
You made your list of people you love and hate. Andre forgot about you. You didn't cross his mind when he was making his list.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's it. We're playing Among Us.
Like Avenue. Fighting words right now.
1v1 me Among Us.
That's on site.
That's it. That is on site right now. Here we go. And poor Alex, and like always, I'll die first. It's okay, Alex. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be absolutely fine. So, open question to everybody: how did we feel about that cliffhanger? And am I too mean for making everybody wait till next month to find out what happened?
Nah.
See, I agree.
I mean,
yeah, what
I
the hell, Crystal?
I know.
The audience, yeah, probably they're looking into you like, girl, how dare you? For me, it was hilarious.
Gianni's like, I'm gonna get the script in like a week. I know what's gonna happen. The rest of y'all, like,
can't help you.
I was all excited because I thought it was the end of July. So I was like, next month isn't that far away. Nope, it's like the first week of August.
Well, to be fair, Matt, you're also going to get the script really soon. So you will have, goatness knowledge about what is going to transpire in this episode that you can make fun of all the mortals about. So there you go. Kels, you are also a fan of this show. What did you think about that? And do you think that any of these characters have plot armor?
Ooh, I am a fan of cliffhangers. I do that myself. So as a person who writes things, I love it because it's like, haha, you're gonna have to come back. As a fan who now has to wait, I'm like salty. Because I'm like, wait, but I'm in this and I gotta wait? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's gonna be a month. But, as a creator, again, I can still be like, well, okay, you never know. Whatever is happening is happening. So it's like I understand all the angles going on here. But yeah, having to wait sucks because at the same time, you want to make sure you don't wait too long or don't talk about it and then people lose interest or they forget.
Right.
So that's always the thing is, I like a good cliffhanger, but, how do you keep reminding me, to come back and make people come back? So I'm just going to be interested to see what little tidbits come out to be like, oh, stay tuned. And then, what are we going to say in like a week, next week when people are normally like waiting to tune in on Tuesday? It's going to, be interesting. So I'll wait and see how you market this.
I think that Vampire is so awesome you will not forget. And you should not look forward to anything on next Tuesday, but maybe the Tuesday after. Maybe the Tuesday after.
Maybe. Next Tuesday will just be the the advertisements that we're gonna,
Yeah,
make
exactly.
for the in-story advertisements, for the
Absolutely.
coffee shop and for the Regal gel, and that'll be it. Our little...
honest to God, like if I could draw, there would be an
I
animation of like
know.
a
I really wish I
Regal
could
fucking
draw.
hair gel of it would just be like all these people just some dude with like the Fabio hair just running his
Right.
fingers through it, the fucking Ray gel. Yeah, we would do that.
Right, with
It
the
would-
little voiceover and everything.
It'd
Like,
be great. It'd be great. So, do you think any of these characters have plot armor?
Because of how stories normally go, yes, I would say that obviously with, main female, main male, their love interest, that they would have to make it through because we have to see the happily ever after. But knowing you and how some things go, I want to say you won't kill Regal off. And I want to say you won't kill Alexa off. But honestly, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Boise is going to make it because she's just that type of character. Like, y'all ain't getting me killed. Fuck y'all. So I feel like out of everyone, Boise is probably the only one that it has. I feel like might have that guarantee of, out of everybody, she gonna be the one that's gonna make it. Oh yeah, you think so, Kate?
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go around the room. Isaac, do you think your character has plot armor? Do you think he just
every
died?
character has a certain level of plot armor. I think it's unavoidable. But on the other hand, if you're talking about like, do I think the character is completely immune from being damaged? No, I don't think so. In fact, I was actually going to say, if you feel that it's Regal's time, let me know. I'll practice my death noises. But yeah, no. I mean, again, like I said, plot armor's not really something that can be avoided. But generally speaking, I don't think it's something that is noticeable. It's not something that gets in the way. I mean, Regal's been knocked out many times, clearly, at this point. He's been knocked down. He's been, he's bled. He has bled. And so, and that has affected him. So I'm not going to say that he's completely immune. He's not out here being the Doomslayer,
Right.
So, generally speaking, no, I don't think he does have plot armor.
Interesting.
Not in that sense.
Interesting. I can't ask you that because I want to tease you with those spoilers, so I'll save that one. Maganda, do you think any of these characters have plot armor? And I'm going to ask you an even harder question. So that's one. And then question number 2 is, if I came to you and I said choose Boise or Regal, what would you say?
Why would can I just cut them in half and sew them together?
Wow. I'll take the fall. I was gonna say I'll take the fall. You can
I'll take the bottom of Regal, but the top of Boise, because Boise is a good mouth.
We cut them in half and sew them together. What a great answer.
Why would you make me pick between 2 of my favorite people?
I know. Isn't that fun?
No.
That's fair. Not picking. That's fair. Well, I can't ask Tiani. We know who she's picking. Like, that's easy.
I agree. Cut them in half.
100% cut them in half. I love it. Do you think any of these characters have plot armor? I mean, because listen, we've established the stakes now, right? We've gotten this lore drop in episode 6, so we know what's been done to like humans and vampires and the stakes of that. But even more so than the problems that this planet now has with Alexa knowing the truth of their history. Now you've got this race that's got Boise fucking nervous, and if Boise's nervous, like, it's serious. So, do you think anybody has plot armor?
If you asked me episode 1, I would have been so full of myself. We will all survive because we are all the best. Somebody might lose a foot or 2, but
right. It's dramatic. Somebody's got to lose a hand. It's fine.
But with this cliffhanger and with some of the things I personally know, which I will not go into specifics, I'm worried. I'm really worried. I'm scared because I don't want to lose anyone. So internal Alexa's just like.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Tiani, what about you? Do you think anybody has plot armor?
Normally I would say, okay, maybe the main female, main male, yes. But in Crystal's world, I feel like everyone has to be afraid at all times. So we all walk in knowing, look, nobody has plot armor. We can all go at any time.
It makes me really happy that you say that, actually, because I think so you watch a TV series, right, and they try to do those cliffhangers, but it's like the two main leads, and that they've signed them on for 13 seasons. So when you do the cliffhanger with, oh my god, they died, no the fuck they didn't, we know that they're fucking coming back next week, we know they didn't. So I like to not give any of my characters any kind of plot armor at all, because if we drop a cliffhanger, if we raise the stakes, I want the audience to feel that these stakes are actually raised, in a real a real situation. If there is an unstoppable race coming to this planet that has even Alexa nervous, who has been alive for 2,000 years and been in so many wars and probably conquered so much shit she's forgotten about it, then that should be, the audience should feel the weight of that and should feel like nobody is safe from the Ori, because they're not, and I'm gonna have so much fun with that. Matt, if you were writing this, who lives, who dies, and you can't say Andre?
Listen, here's the thing. I know you, Crystal, and I know you're very smart. You're one of the smartest people I know.
Thank you.
Think of the merch sales if Andre survives,
right,
and then just wins. We stumbled with Legacy, but we can bring it back. We can bring it back.
We stumbled.
I would say the only two characters I think have legitimate plot armor are Alexa and Rhaegal, just because of the way the story is structured, with them kind of writing the diary at the end of the episodes. So I'm not too worried about Rhaegal, but also I wasn't too worried about Mako. She was the definition of walking plot armor. So anything could happen. I agree with everyone else.
Yeah, Mako. Yeah, nobody. I think nobody thought that we would do to Mako what we did to Mako. Spoilers for Legacy. I don't think anybody thought that we would do that. Huh? Kels,
I should find that so funny.
No, you should find that pretty fucking funny. Yeah, that's. Kels, you're also an author. How would you approach this? Do you protect these characters and hold them close to your heart, or do you pivot and do you maybe turn this into somebody else's story in the 9th hour?
Oh man. I am a hopeless romantic.
Me
so
too, though.
With this story specifically being centered around a relationship, I would write it that clearly they both would survive and that they would get their happily ever after. But they're gonna go through some type of trauma together, and that will make them stronger in the end. Any other genre, it doesn't matter. Don't Look, for instance, it could have been it could be anybody, right. But for something that has a romantic undertone, even if it's not a happily ever after, I would still keep the two love interests alive, at least, in that aspect.
Interesting. Okay.
So, like I said, somebody might be maimed, or they might not even have a relationship because of yada yada yada.
Right.
But they would at least be alive
at the end,
and they would know that they love each other.
Interesting. Isaac, you write stuff as well for your YouTube channel and your content creation. How would you see this story ending if you were the boss? If I said, Isaac, write the last script.
Ooh, I could just Shakespeare it. No. don't know. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really depends. I don't know much of the other stories.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a chance to sit down and listen to all of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So if it were me, I'd think about what story I'd be writing next at the end of this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, let's say Rhaegal and Alexa succeed. Okay, great. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
That means that vampires and humans are equal now. Okay, what do all humans and vampires think about this? Are there extremists?
Mm-hmm.
Are there people who, are not in agreement with their sort of like peace and think that this is just ridiculous? Are there, maybe are there like maybe what world changes happens here? Is there are there like areas that allow humans to consensually give blood
Mm-hmm.
for vampires? Like what story would I want to tell after this one ends? If I don't want to bother with, any of that though, I'd probably just make it some big, like grandiose, let's go all out Hail Mary type of thing. And then be all like, okay, yep, that's the end of the story. We're never coming back to this ever again. So I go in one of two different directions.
Okay. I like that. It's a pretty. It's you only like copped out a little bit. It was a pretty good. It's a pretty good answer. We've said this before in the afters. This is why Alex is like sweating over there. He's like, wait, didn't you recall something about things not going well? So I can tell everybody that. So Vampire Beginnings is the prequel to a much larger vampire story that we are going to tell at some point next year. And when I had the idea for the prequel, I didn't know what was going to happen to the main leads of this story. So that's why I was very careful in who I casted for this, because I didn't know what was going to happen to them and how it was going to, how they specifically, like, were they going to be in it? Are they not going to be in it? Like, I know now, but I didn't know at the time. But I get when we start in the future vampire show, title forthcoming, we'll let Matt name it, because Matt's very good at naming things. The war on Nemoria is ongoing, and it's not great. So this story is going to back right up into that. And I can also say that I am 98% confident that the last voice you will hear in Vampire Beginnings will not be Alexis. And I'm just going to leave it
there. Goes my plot armor.
Just gonna say, I think the last voice you hear is not gonna be Alexis, but we'll see.
Just gonna be Boise going, fuck.
Last line is just Boise making the disgusted noise, and that's it. And then we just cut and come back next year for the rest of the story. But you know what? It's good. So, Magad, I know you've gotten to read part of episode 7 because we were in studio session. We got to do part of episode 7. And, I asked you this the last time that we were here, but now we've got all this other information, right? Alexa's going through, like, she went through it, like, with her fucking mom, and now, softening up towards Rhaegal, but
I don't call her mom anymore.
Oh, excuse me. With Valoria, that bitch. We can call her that bitch. I got you. That bitch. Who she was very excited when she got to kill, by the way. Like, the yeses when she got that script was awesome. So, Alexa's gone through all of this. How would you like her story to end? Like, if I came to you and I said, tell me how you want me to end Alexa's story, what would you say to me?
I know that horrible things are coming. I hope with all my heart that we're able to pull some sort of weird Hail Mary. I don't know how. I mean, I feel like it's going to be like one of those movies where it like gets to the lowest point and then you just pull it out of your ass somehow and you're like, we did it. We might have some sacrifices along the way. Who knows, whatever. What's a few buildings, a few casualties. But I just hope that I still get to keep my two favorite people. Those are like No, those are pretty much the main two. I know Alexa has a few other people that she cares about, but I think they might be slightly disposable. You gotta give
Right.
some to get some good stuff, you know.
Right.
I'm just hoping for a Hail Mary. I really am. It looks so upsetting, especially with the whole radio cutoff. I don't know where he is. I need my boy to be safe. I can't protect him.
You did so good too, like acting those moments when Alexa's thinking about, well, shit, I'm gonna lose him to time, and now I'm gonna lose him to this fucking enemy, and it's just like, yeah, it's
No
rougher.
breaks, dude. No breaks.
I know. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Let's just go back to orgies and chocolate truffles, man. Life was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Like,
Just
come on.
rewatch
times
that
were
scene
simpler.
over and over again.
Such a great scene. Such a great scene. Would you like to see Isbay again? And if Alexa did see Isbay, knowing what she knows now, how different do you think that relationship would be?
It depends on how stubborn my character is, because she's very stubborn. Here's the thing: is like, even with the knowledge, would she be able to swallow her pride at that moment in the story? You know, because she doesn't exactly change until she starts accepting Rhaegal. Like, so I don't think much of it's gonna change too much.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Interesting. Kels, how do you think Khazra is going to take to the news when she finds out that she potentially could maybe get in this machine and get superpowers, but also there's a race coming that's going to kill everybody?
Oh man. Well, she'd be excited about the first part.
Right.
She'd be like, okay, Rhaegal's not gonna get us killed. Yeah, he did it. Alexa's everything she said he'd be. I, get to be equal. And then there's, oh, but there's an impending doom, and it's like, damn it, Rhaegal. Like, I know somehow this is your fault, whether it is or not, because that's who she knows, and it's kind of like this whole snowball effect of,
sure,
see, you wanted us to be equals, and now equals means like what? I don't know.
Right.
So, she would rightly be terrified because you've lived most of your life as a slave, without power.
Right.
So she would definitely want to have the power to be able to defend herself and help defend other people who wouldn't get the chance to have power.
Sure.
But she, would be scared. She would not want to be like on the front line going to the war, but kind of like, I'll just direct traffic this way and you better not die.
Love that. Love that. Love that. What superpower ability would you want Khazra to have when if Khazra goes into this Holland and she comes out? What do you think? What do you think it looks like for Khazra?
Probably speed. She'd want to get in and get out quick.
Fast as fuck boy.
Yes. Definitely.
Love that. Love that. Tiani, do you think that Boise, besides Alexa, has someone or someones that she might also be worried about with the Ori coming?
Right now, probably not, because I feel like Boise has had too much on her plate trying to keep Alexa in line and not, doing everything by chasing after her man right now. Has she had it before? Maybe yes. But as of right now, probably not.
Interesting.
I think Boise's busy.
Boise is definitely busy. Like that is 1,000% true. Boise is 1,000% busy. All right. Fantastic. So we are in episode 6. Babe, what has been your most favorite episode to sound design so far?
Oh God.
I know.
I'm trying to think about the different episodes. It's a toss between the first one and this one.
Why?
I feel like I love the setting up the first episode of anything because it sets the vibe. It kind of sets up how things will go forward. it also is like a fun way to like figure out what kind of style I want to use for this specific show. And for this one specifically, it was just all the little details that I love.
There were lots of. I particularly love the way this episode sounded. I think we had a lot of fun with it because there wasn't like too much fighting or action, so we got to focus on other like little things because there was just a lot of really important lore being dropped there. So, yeah, no, this was definitely a very fun, chill episode to work on. Most definitely. All right, question to the entire panel. Last question for the night. What has been your favorite episode of Vampires? A two-parter question. One, and then two, why should people jump into Vampire right now? Anybody can go first.
Chocolate truffles.
Fucking good.
Chocolate truffles, and it's fucking good. I love that. That was great.
And orgies. And orgies.
Since you went first, Isaac, what has been your favorite episode so far? It can be the one that you acted. It can be the episode that you listened to. What's been your favorite?
Oh, it's probably I don't know. That, I think it might be the first one because because there was a lot more. I mean, they all have emotion in them, obviously, but I feel like there was a lot more. I was very fascinated with the anger of Rhaegal in the beginning, and being able to sort of express that anger was fun.
Rawness.
I know that outside of that, though, I think it's probably going to be next episode for sure. It's going to be my favorite one, to be honest.
Rhaegal will get a chance to be angry again. I promise you.
Yay!
Fantastic.
Angle.
Yay! Anybody up next? Favorite episode? Why should people be listening to Vampire? We've got It's Fucking Good, Chocolate Truffles. Let's go.
I agree with Isaac because we talk the most about angry Rhaegal. It has kind of just become fun to go back and just talk about and make fun of how angry he was. To the point of just like normal everyday life made him angry, and it's so funny. But I really liked this episode because it had different moods to it. Like with Pixel talking about how this one was really fun to do because there were all those different sounds and moods. Like we started out with just a friendship and genuine care for each other and a conversation over something familiar like coffee, to seeing some of the love and then the romance and the way that sounds and the way that feels. And then still there wasn't fighting, but there was that tension of, there's something going on, and the lead up and the subtle of bits of music of showing that something bad is clearly coming. And so this one, I think, kind of takes you through a lot of different emotions, and that was fun for me.
There was a lot of that. It was spectacularly voice acted. You guys all did a fucking incredible job. 100%.
No.
Yeah. Why should people listen to this, Kels?
Because it is fun. Because it's vampires who are cool and not stupid. And because again, if you like variety, there's a lot of different tones and emotions. It's not just a straight romance. It's not just a straight action. It's not just a straight comedy. You get a little bit of everything in this.
Love that. All right, who's up next?
I'm actually going to agree with Isaac. It's a personal thing about the first episode. Because one, I get to really show off the fact that I am the lord of this place. I get to be very saucy to a very... I was going to say saucy again. I want to come up with a better word, but dude, this little shit. But yeah, so that made me feel happy. I get to be the boss. I get to showcase my sassiness. But then at the very end, the turnaround of knowing that these two are in love and just, it's such a good turnaround too. Cause it's like, this is oh, so this is the present and that's the past. I don't know. It's when I was reading that the first time on the script and then we had to act that out, I was like, this is so nice. You don't have a lot of like good audio dramas that do that effectively. Because sometimes it can get confusing, but it's such a turn. And then the reason why people should watch, the reason people should listen to it, wow, I can't get the medium down right. It's 9:30 and I haven't drank, I promise.
It's okay. We would not judge you.
Is because in this audio drama, we fuck. Those are also my favorite episodes.
There we go. And we do sex really good here at Tales. That's all I'm saying. It's good.
I like making you blush when we record these.
Oh, Jesus. I might try to get another one in just because I feel like we should, but we'll see. We'll see.
Quick one. Just a quickie.
Just a little quickie. Yeah, a little real. Actually, that's,
right, get over here.
Yeah.
No fuck.
Yeah. Voice is just like, Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to drive here.
Right.
I'll turn this car out.
Please, season 2. Vampire edition.
Vampire Tales After Dark. There we go. Oh my God, I love that. Absolutely love that. All right, Matt, Tiani, you're up.
Tiani, you go first.
Okay. I have to say, yeah, the first episode, just hearing Rhaegal being like, oh, hot water? What the hell is this shit? Oh, everyone's enjoying the orgy? Why? This is disgusting. And you can tell he's peeking through his fingers, how dare you enjoy yourselves? That was hilarious to me. I loved listening to that. That has to be one of my favorite episodes. And I agree with Isaac. Probably the one coming up also is going to be one of my favorites as well. And why should people listen? It's vampires, smart vampires, not sparkly, porcelain vampires. No, we got vampires out here. We got vampire politics. I'm not signing on to the sex because Boise doesn't want to listen to all that.
Boise's like, God,
No.
please no, please stop.
Right. But no, that's why people should listen. It's good. It's good. So people should listen.
There you go. I feel like that literally should be the way I can market this. It's good. So listen. And then that's it.
Exactly.
That should be the most effective marketing strategy ever.
On the DVD cover.
That's right. We're gonna put it on the DVD cover when we animate the shit out of this. Matt, what are you thinking?
I think episode 2 is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of same reasons. I like the turn of it all there.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, with each episode that comes out, it makes me want to go back and listen to the whole series again, because I feel like I get a better understanding for the world. And I'm like, oh, I feel like I didn't quite get it the first time. I should go back. And then episode 6 will come out and I'll be like, oh, I need to go listen to everything a third time. And it's just getting bad now. So episode 2 was my favorite, and people should listen because I'm sick of people complaining that there's nothing original out now and there are no original ideas anymore. And I heard the sentence vampires in space and had to change my pants. You can't complain. Oh, everything's the same nowadays. No, you're just not looking for this. I'll get off my soapbox now, but yes, listen to this.
That was a great soapbox. That was a great soapbox. You can
now there's our advertisement right there.
That's it. That's it right there. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. What has been your favorite episode, babe? Not to work on, but just episode.
So, I have a chill answer and then a mean answer.
Oh, please.
My chill answer is this one because you already know, because it's just so satisfying to listen to.
Sure.
And it sets up a lot more serious shit and a lot of depth and a lot of fun shit. But my mean answer is I think it was episode 2 with Rhaegal versus the Vugan.
That was episode 3 I think episode
Was it
yeah,
three?
because two Alexa's like, get the fuck out. You want your freedom, fine, go. And then yeah, episode 3, it's Rhaegal's like, man, I don't know about this freedom though.
Then yeah, then episode 3 is my mean answer because yeah, that was funny.
That was
mainly for Boise's line of "it's gonna eat him" while she's laughing.
Oh my god, Tiani killing me with these one-liners. Killing me with the way she said it's gonna eat him. I also like now I want just like a little chibi of like fucking Boise, and it's just an LOL, and it's gonna eat him, and then you just see like Rhaegal running from a Vugan, and he's terrified, and Boise's just laughing. It'll be fucking great. I'm telling you, we so much money we could make off of vampire merch. I'm telling you, we could. Totally could. All right, you guys. This has been absolutely wonderful. A big thank you to all these amazing voice actors for coming and giving us some of their time tonight to hang out with us and chat about this episode. Love that. You can find all their contact information on the website. If you go to talesoftheforgotten.com, Vampire Beginnings, you'll see all their contact information. Hire them immediately, all of them, for all their projects, even Kels, who tries to not pretend that she's not a voice actor when she is. So definitely hire Kels and make her do more voice acting because she's fucking great at it. And make sure that you're listening to the Mortalverse and supporting all of these voice actors and all the projects that they got going on. So please do that. And we have more fun things planned. So we won't be completely silent. We are always plotting. Trust and believe that. There will be some sneak peeks for episode 7 this month. And we've got some game nights planned. Maganda and Matt now have beef, so clearly we need to play Among Us again. We're definitely... Maybe
I'll set it up tomorrow. I'll schedule
Playing
it.
Among Us doesn't even matter because there could be 10 people and it's a 50% chance it's Pixel.
That's true.
What? wait, hang on.
That's really true. That's really. I feel like we should also all play Dead by Daylight as well. Like whoever's got.
Yes,
it.
yes.
Yeah, we like. My God, it's the evil laugh, man. Like she's down. So that's here we go.
Nothing made me clench harder than playing Among Us hide and seek with Maganda being the fucking killer.
Facts. It's true. Shit was creepy.
No, no,
she was out here trying to eat our toes.
Like I'd suddenly get possessed. I don't know. Just
It's great. It was so much fun. So much fun. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for spending some time with us tonight. Tell all your friends to go and listen to Vampire Beginnings. Even tell your enemies to listen to it. Like if you don't like somebody, like definitely make them listen to this, because then they'll be mad at you that they listened to something that they liked. So you'll just like increase your haterade with them. It's like a solid strategy. Just do it. Please remember to give us a review. So if you are listening and downloading on your phone, whatever your podcast network of choice is, please remember to go ahead and give us a review. It is a review. It is absolutely one of the best ways you can support the shows at the Tales Network. So in fact, go and listen to all of our shows and all the reviews, all the time, all the comments. There you go. We'll see you guys next month, probably sooner. I'm not spoiling anything. Bye.